Hello YouTube, what is up? This is the Smellbringer, and today I'll bring you something a bit on the special side. This is actually a new thing I'm doing for the weekends mainly, but I'm doing this today because otherwise I have no videos for Tuesday. But basically, this is sort of a vlog thing. It's a vlog where I talk about news or things that are important to my life over gameplay. So the gameplay I'll bring you today is Halo 3 on Construct, and if I go over some time, Halo 4 on Skyline. But with that being said, however, let's get started with the news, which is what I want to talk about most importantly today. First up, Five Nights at Freddy's 4 has been announced yesterday, and I never played the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Yeah, never played them. I wasn't really interested in playing the Five Nights at Freddy's games. So, well, actually, it's not that I wasn't interested. I was interested. It's just that I have a really bad gaming rig, and by that I mean I don't have a gaming rig. I have a 2012 MacBook. That is my gaming rig. As you might imagine, I don't do a whole lot of gaming on that, but hey, it's fun nonetheless. I have my consoles, right? I have the PS4, I got the Xbox One, I got the PS3 and the 360 all in front of me, you know, that kind of stuff. But that's not important. What is important, however, is that, yeah, the series is continuing. Well, actually, yeah, the series is continuing. I thought it was going to end after 3, actually, because, you know, where do you go from there? You laid out the formula, you went bigger for the second game, and then you toned it down for the third game. What else can you do? Well, apparently you concluded because Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is called the final chapter. Which, to be fair, from what I understand, at the end of 3, Springtrap might very well still be around, and he's apparently the ghost of a serial killer. So, yeah, that's actually kind of a problem you need to deal with. So, yeah, I can see from a plot perspective where that would come back into play, but outside of that, I really don't see much of a reason why to continue the series, unless Scott Cawthon has a lot of debt to pay, and the Five Nights at Freddy's games simply weren't cutting it. I say that, and then I remember that time he donated $250,000 to charity. This man is rolling in money. You know, Scott Cawthon, if he wanted to, could easily retire and never develop a fucking video game ever again, which is what I think he's honestly going to do after Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Because, you know, he seemed to be kind of a one-note man. Does anyone remember any of his other projects for Five Nights at Freddy's? No, actually, it was the criticism of his previous projects, namely in that the characters he made looked like animatronics, that led him to make Five Nights at Freddy's in the first place. So, you know, if he says, you know what, I'm done, then that's fine. The man, some people only have talent enough for one thing, but that one thing makes them rich as hell, which is what I assume Cawthon is. I mean, he put it up on Steam. He didn't have to go through much of a publisher, except for Steam, and yeah. Okay, so in other news, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was announced. Well, it was announced last week, but I want to talk about it now. And as a fan of the Call of Duty series, I honestly have to say I'm getting kind of tired of the series. Well, actually, no, I've been tired of the series for a very, very long time. Thing is, yeah, no, I'm just kind of tired of the series, you know? After Advanced Warfare, I thought, I'm done. I'm going to see what Treyarch does next with Black Ops 3, and then after that, I'm out. And to be fair, I want to see what Treyarch is going to do with Black Ops 3, because it looks cool, like they're building off of Advanced Warfare. Well, not exactly a sequel to Advanced Warfare, but they're building off of it, so, you know, that's cool, I guess, sorta. It's something. It's something, but it's a cool thing. But with that said, however, I kind of want them to stop after Black Ops 3. You know, it's a yearly release every year. People are going to get burned out eventually. I have a lot of patience for things. Call of Duty... Sorry, that was my phone. Call of Duty every fucking year? Just, Jesus, no. Don't. Stop. You know? It's like an Assassin's Creed every year. And I don't know if I'm going to get the next Assassin's Creed after Unity. Hey, don't get me wrong, Unity was fun. After they patched it. But, yeah. Which, you know, I know when I did my review of Halo the Master Chief Collection, yeah, I did that, it's somewhere in my channel archive somewhere. I know when I did a review of that, I didn't really talk about the multiplayer issues much, but that's because, well, that's multiplayer stuff. It's not exactly the, campaign. It's not like the custom games, you know, it's not like I couldn't sit down and play the game with my friends. It was that, well, I couldn't go online that well. Assassin's Creed Unity, however, I couldn't have a fun time in the game before the patch, you know? But with that said, however, the next subject on things that really should be made. Silent Hills was canceled yesterday after PT was taken off the PlayStation Store. The game was officially canceled, and that's a real shame too, because I heard it was a really good thing. You know, I never really played PT, but the idea of a Silent Hill game by not only Hideo Kojima, but Guillermo del Toro, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I saw Pacific Rim, but Guillermo del Toro knows his stuff. You know, Pacific Rim understood that, well, Guillermo del Toro, when he made Pacific Rim, understood that the thing people want is giant robots fighting and some pathos to keep you interested in these characters. That's all I really need. You know, it's like, it's more than Michael Bay gave us, you know? But with that said, however, yeah, no. And that's really all I had to say about Silent Hills. I never played Silent Hill. I should, though. I really should. I need to play more horror games, you know? That's probably what I'll do next after I'm done with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Which, by the way, I am actually, from part 4, no, not part 4, from Terra Episode 3 onwards, it's going to be a Proud Mode run. Yeah, I'd already recorded all the other stuff on Standard Mode, so, you know, no harm, no foul, right? But with that said, however, yeah, I really need to play some horror games. But while talking about things that should honestly, but talking about series is whether or not a series should be continued or not, apparently it turns out they're going full length with Dragon Ball Super. Yes, Dragon Ball Super. A new Dragon Ball series that focuses on Goku, the main protagonist from Dragon Ball Z, having the powers of a god. And to be fair, I actually kind of want more than just base fighting. Don't get me wrong, fighting is nice, but they could go to the philosophical connotations of giving a man godly powers, especially someone who's an idiot, like Goku, because Goku's an idiot, you know? Why can't we go to the philosophical connotations of a man becoming a god? What kind of responsibility does that make, you know? And they pretty much are wiping Dragon Ball GT off the canon, which, to be fair, GT sucked from what I understood. But, yeah, I don't know, if they go more than just fighting, then that's good, you know? And I don't mean like the filler stuff, you know, the whole dudes staring at each other for 15 minutes straight. I mean actual genuine pathos. Put some effort in developing your characters and your world, you know? To be fair, they do. The movie, Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, was actually did a pretty good job of building up characters and stuff, but yeah, no, I think that's actually, yeah, I'm sorry. I say all that stuff, and really, I'm thinking more or less as a fan of Full Metal Alchemist. This is what I would like to see. And I have to understand that Dragon Ball Z is not Full Metal Alchemist, you know? I don't know, something about it. I understand that the strength of Dragon Ball comes from fighting and humor, and some character development, but, yeah. Sorry, that was a Twitter update. Apparently the Halo 5 cover art was released. I'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah. And to be fair, I'm not really surprised that they're making a new Dragon Ball series, you know? Some people are treating this like a really big surprise, but it's like, not really. Dragon Ball Kai was a big success. Dragon Ball Kai, the version that... Yeah, no, just Dragon Ball Kai in general. I'm sorry, I don't know what I think at the time. But yeah, Dragon Ball Kai was a fairly good series, but... No, wait, why am I saying That's actually kind of a good thing. Dragon Ball Kai was a success, and so is Battle of the Gods, and so is, well, I think Resurrection of F is going to be a good series, and... yeah, Resurrection of F. Listen, there is no name that is ever going to be more stupid than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. That is the stupidest name I've ever heard. That is just... No, don't... Why? Why? Why did you need to add that Super Saiyan at the end? Why not just call him Super Saiyan God 2? Or why not Hyper Saiyan? Fuck it, let's go with that, Hyper Saiyan. You know, we had Supersonic, we had Hypersonic, let's go with Hyper Saiyan. Fuck it. You know? But, I mean, outside of that, you know, it doesn't seem that bad. It does look like, like I said, Dragon Ball is on a bit of a rebound, you know? It kind of died off back in... the mid to late 2000s, and then began gathering steam again after the Kai stuff began airing. And yeah, and you know, if Dragon Ball makes a return, I kind of like Full Metal Alchemist to make a return too. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. How would you do that? Well, to be fair, the 2003 series kind of left on a non-ending. And before you say Conqueror Shambhala, no, even that ended on kind of a non-ending. I mean, what we know is Edward and Alphonse are, spoiler alert, in case anyone hasn't seen those shows yet, skip, I don't know, 2 minutes, I don't know how long I'm going. But for those of you who are not aware, well, wait, no. But for those of you who don't remember that well, Edward and Alphonse were stuck on our world in the 1920s trying to find an atomic bomb and defuse it. And, yeah, that's how it ended. They resolved to stay on our world, defend their world by staying in our world in the 1920s, and then the show ended. What happened after that? You know, you could make a sequel series about that. I say this and I look at the Full Metal Alchemist poster, wallpaper that's on my Xbox One. You'll be seeing that when we get around to Shovel Knight, so, yeah. But, yeah, no. I don't know, I'd like to see where they would go from there, you know? Would they wind up going back home anyway? Would they wind up in... Well, okay, you know what? Never mind, I had the most awesome idea. Full Metal Alchemist, in which Edward meets more historical figures from the 1920s. Who the hell would not want to see Edward Elric prowling around with Ernest Hemingway? I say that and my mind is about to explode from the sheer awesome. You know? That's... Yes! Yes! Everybody say, that was like a horrible idea. Well, actually, Conqueror Shambhala was actually pretty good about portraying 1920s Germany. Yeah, that's actually one of the things I praised that movie for. It's really, really good about that. It's one of the things I really like about that movie. And, yeah. But, you know, Jesus, it's starting to look like I might have to use additional footage. I got some Halo 5 footage from the beta. I'll put that in. Sorry. But yeah. No, I would legitimately like to see that, you know, if this whole Dragon Ball thing works out, and they could mean a resurrection of classic anime. And I know Full Metal Alchemist had a Brotherhood rendition, and to be fair, that's a really good series. Like, seriously, if you have yet to watch the Full Metal Alchemist anime, Brotherhood, or just read the manga, for the love of God, do yourself a favor, get on Netflix and watch those. Actually, no, don't get on Netflix, get on, like, Kiss Anime or something. Problem is, the original one, problem is Netflix doesn't have Conqueror Shambhala, which you need to finish the 2003 series, and it doesn't have the final, I'd say 12 episodes of Brotherhood, and that makes no fucking sense. Why would you stop at episode 56? The show's getting good there, you know? Well, the show is already good, but it's getting better, you know? I don't know, it's just one of those things that frustrates me about Netflix. Their selection of anime is pretty bad, and I say that, and I watched Gurren Lagann, and oh Jesus, I'm sorry for the good background stuff there. Yeah, living with others is kind of a pain. Yeah, but whatever. Like I was saying before, I say Netflix is bad, but then I remember I watched Gurren Lagann, and that was a show that actually made me cry. Like, I was tearing up, man. That shit. Yeah, Gurren Lagann is, like, an insane series, but then you reach episode 8, and suddenly it gets really fucking depressing. Like, oh my god, why? Why? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's weird, because that's kind of a tone out of left field there, you know? Gurren Lagann, for those of you who don't know, is an absolutely insane mech-based anime. And I don't know why, but I fucking cried when I watched that shit, you know? But, you know, with that said, freaking, what was I saying? Before I got off on Gurren Lagann and Full Metal Alchemist, yeah, no, if this whole Super Dragon Ball thing works out, you know, why can't we see... No, I wouldn't say more Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop ended pretty well. I think the only one I'd really like to see revived is Full Metal, and I'd simply like a sequel series to Conqueror Shambhala. That's really all I want. That's all I need. You know, I'm a simple man of simple taste. That's all I need. I know what you're saying. Wait, would there be no alchemy in that series? Well, fuck it. Call it something else then. I don't know. Because, screw it. It would actually be kind of an interesting story. And like I said, the route I suggested was just one of the routes the series could have taken, you know? You don't know how your future plans out, right? That would be a lesson learned. You don't know how your future plays out. Yeah, that would actually be a good lesson learned. You know? Think shit happens, you don't see it coming. You know? You had your plan set for one way, and it goes the other way. You know? But, hey. What you gonna do? Forget. Is there anything else to talk about? Anything else? No, I don't want to talk about real life stuff. Mostly because I don't like pissing people off in terms of that subject, because people get really touchy, and no, I just don't like. I don't like making enemies in that regard, you know, because I know if I do it, I'm gonna make some definite sworn enemies that I don't want to make, you know. But with that being said, however, this has been the way. All that you're saying, if you like this video, please share, comment, like, rate, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more stuff like this, and yeah, I'll be seeing you guys next time for either some more Birth by Sleep or Shovel Knight. And I'll see you guys next time.